Kavita Patel. Let's turn now to the market ripple effect in the stocks impacted by the wide-ranging effects of these drugs. Mizuho healthcare sector strategist Jared Holz joins us here on set. Jared, great to have you with us. When you look at the decimation that happened across the kidney treatment space, how far has the pendulum swung in that direction? Too far?
Well, it's not only the kidney space, it's the entire medical device space, right? We haven't seen value destruction like this even during the pandemic when there were no procedures being done literally. And so I feel like, yes, it's extreme. On the other hand, if this is sort of a risk in perpetuity, we really don't know the impact in terms of the financials, and we'll start getting numbers soon with earnings. It's really tough to defend the stocks. And, I think guys have tried to, and they've been stopped out as a result because they keep on going down every day. I actually think the financial impact, the economic impact, as it impacts Medtech, including the kidney players, is probably not so severe near term, but longer term, as the drugs catch on, I think it's a little bit more difficult to defend them.
Fresenius's management response is sort of interesting. This prolongs the lifespan of these patients with chronic kidney disease. So it just pushes out the dialysis and when that happens. And because people live longer, they will actually need dialysis for longer. And so there is no impact. I mean, do you buy that, or is that just sort of, glass half full?
I kind of buy it. I feel like there's definitely some offsets in the market, whether it's Fresenius, whether it's orthopedic players, in terms of patients getting thinner, then being more active, then needing some knee surgery or hip surgery later in life. So all these things are deferred. But I feel like the market is so short-term focused now that if we start to bring in the thesis where long-term things are fine, but near-term there are major issues, I just don't know who wants to buy those stocks in this type of tape.
So to the stocks, because seeing your notes, you say take profits in Lilly and Novo, and you say there's huge value creation. And so where is that? Because where are the places that have also at the expense here? Again, we're talking about dialysis companies. Do you go after DaVita? Do you go after Baxter? J&J has had some collateral impact, even though it's a much bigger, diverse company.
Yeah, I think I'm probably overly cynical having covered healthcare for so long. So taking profits in pharma stocks that have gone bonkers, to me, makes sense. And that's why, we discussed a couple weeks ago around AbbVie and Merck and trying to just diversify, not sell everything you owned in Novo and Lilly, but at least, contemplate diversifying away from them, just given the euphoria and, the valuation versus, Amgen, Pfizer, Merck, the entire space is incredibly dispersed, right? We haven't seen this type of valuation disconnect between the peer group, maybe in the history of the sector. So it's less about being negative on Novo and Lilly. It's more about just finding other options. I'm not sure I want to dabble so much in Medtech. It's, again, the rhetoric and the noise to me is overwhelming.
Yeah, value sometimes it can really be value trap. Especially it seems in pharma, because when something is done, it's done.
Right. That's what it kind of feels like in Medtech. We're going to get numbers soon. I would have thought that some of the names like Dexcom, Insulet would start to pre-announce just to give the street some sort of idea of, if we're not seeing it, let's show everybody. Yeah. So I wouldn't be surprised if we could get a pre-announcement tomorrow night, maybe early next week, weeks before they report, because they are literally down every day. And today was very extreme, I thought.
Back to big cap pharma. Bristol Myers has its own issues, but Merck is another one. Both stocks have not traded particularly well. Feels as if to me that there's been this move. If we're going to be in big cap pharma, we're going to be in Eli Lilly or Novo, and we're going to get out of the rest. Does that seem to be going on to you?
I think that's been the trade for over a year now. Like, we have the clear winners, and then the other players that don't have this revenue exposure to weight loss, the street is kind of jettisoned. They don't want it. Or they want the companies to do deals, and then when they do a deal, it's, well, was that the right deal? So I think they're kind of up against the gun, diversify, do more M&A. Hopefully they get credit for it, but so far they really haven't.
What makes you still, I don't know what the right word is exactly, cautious about the valuation of Lilly and Novo Nordisj? Do you think that, can you not do the math in terms of getting to the valuation in terms of the addressable market, or is it just that the run has been so fast, so quickly? What is it? Because it's probably a hard case to make, I would imagine, to investors like, Jared, you told me to diversify away from Lilly, and here we are, new high today.
No, I totally get it. Yeah, you can make any number up you want for the addressable market. Go in Excel, multiply the population by some sort of price, and it's hundreds of billions. We get that. I think the issue is the supply versus the demand. The companies can't make enough, I don't think, to actually put up revenue that's going to appease investors given where the stocks are trading. Right? They're going to report in a few weeks. Mounjaro is still not approved for obesity, so that line item is not going to be massive. We know that. And then the payers at some point are going to say, we get it, but we cannot pay for these at this volume without seeing the benefit, which may be 10 years from now, 20 years from now, 30. We have no idea when the offset is going to be. So I think some of that, too.
So who is more expensive through that prism, Lilly or Novo?
I think Lilly a little bit more.
Okay.
Yeah.
Jared, thank you. Always good to see you.
Thank you. Appreciate
Jared
it.
Holz.